Hi everyone, it's Maggie and welcome back. This is the last part of my Making a Doily book series, and um, the last part I did was doing the second pocket page, and so the only thing I have left to do now is the back and then tying it together. So that's what I'm going to do in this last video. And then I'll do a flip through, but I won't call that part of the series. Okay, so sorry it's taken me a few days, but the weekend was really busy and then I've had things to do. So yeah, it's been a few days. I was trying to do a video almost every day, but that didn't quite work out. So let me just bring back so I can make sure I get it straight. Here's what's going to be the last two pages, and then so they're going to set like that, and then I'm going to flip it over so that I can tell where the you know, where the up and down is. Okay. All right, so now let me, so I don't glue anything I shouldn't. Okay. All right, so I guess the first thing I'll do is put the dangles down the bottom. Let me move up a little bit. All right, so I picked some dangles that I've already used, but they may not have been together, and it really won't matter anyway. Where's my I'm looking for, oh, my scissors. Okay. I just want to clip this little end off here. Okay. So this is going to go on the bottom like that. Not sure my glue gun is heated. Yeah, okay. I think it is. All right, so that's going to go on there first. And then, well, I'm really like disorganized. Oh, no, it's not going to go in there first. Oh my gosh. Last couple of days, I've just been, it's been weird. I almost like I'm in a fog or something and I don't know how to get out of it. But anyways, all right. So I'm going to do 2 sets of these dangles because the dangles themselves aren't very close together and I want to make it look fuller. So, all right, so we're going to do that first. All right, so let's get started with that. And this shouldn't be a long video, hopefully. It should go pretty quickly. I picked out things that I'm pretty sure are going to work out for the page, which I try to do, you know, to save time and without having to get up and leave the video to find something. So I hope everyone had a good weekend. And it's cold now. It's so cold. Last night it was only in the 20s. And it got so cold. But I do like it colder at night under the warm covers. Excuse me. All right, so let's put this layer on. And I did cut this a little shorter just to kind of, I want to kind of scatter it a little bit so that in the middle is where most of the dangles are. So yeah, the weekend, let's see, I think it rained Sunday. But Saturday was nice, and it was the last really, nice warm day. Now we're down into 40s and 50s during the day and 20s and 30s at night, and who knows when we'll get our first snow. I mean, usually we don't get snow until December. Once in a while we might get a dusting here or there in November, but mostly it starts in December. Okay, now we want to use the dark one. I love these colors together. The pink and the chocolate, oh, they're just so pretty together. Like that. Okay. Whoops, I just banged my webcam. Sorry about that if it jiggled. Okay. So this series has been fun for me. I want to say that first. I've enjoyed making the videos, and hopefully the new crafters or crafters that haven't tried doing something like this before, are inspired to try it. This I'm going to put under here, I think. I think. And then I was thinking, before I decide on whether I put it under or over, I think I might want to use one of these doilies. Like right about there. I might even want to do two. Let's see. They're going to get cut anyway, even if I don't use them. Maybe put one here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this large middle flower out of this applique. That'll be easier doing it this way. This flower is so big, I can't imagine it actually fitting like another project. So when I pulled it out of my box, I thought, okay, this will be perfect for the last page. This is going to take a couple minutes, but shouldn't take too long. I want to keep this other flower intact in case, well, I will use it at some point, but in case I don't think it'll be in this project, but I can't remember now because it was last week that I decided how I was going to do the back cover. So I hope everybody's feeling okay. I know with these weird temperatures, it's like all the germs just like to pounce because of, one day it's warm, the next day it's cold, then it's warm again. And I know that's the time when a lot of people tend to get sick. I just have sinuses to contend with. But, okay, so that part's clear. And with, you know, of course, a never-ending COVID still going on everywhere and the variants and all that, I know it isn't easy. There, okay. So that I'm going to put up there. And then, let me look at this quick. I need to decide what, if anything else, I'm going to do. All right, I'm going to cut these out because I may end up using these two little flowers. And I apologize if I'm not in screen, but I don't tend to look up very often when I'm crafting. I forget. Even though I know I'm talking to somebody out there when they watch the video, I still tend to forget that I'm actually doing a video. So, let's see. Actually, let's see what was on this one. That flower is too big, so I'm going to put that one aside. But let me see if I might want to. I just don't want to, you know, don't want to do too much, but I don't want it to be bare either. So I'm thinking those two. And then I have this beautiful butterfly, and I want to put that right there. And everything's flat. Like I said, on the back covers, I tend to try to keep them flat because of how the person that gets it, you know, might want to just put it down flat on a box or something and let the bottom just cascade off. But I think that's okay. Now, let me bring this down a little, though, just kind of to hide the bottom of that other doily. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, I think that's how I want to do it. Okay, let's not waste more time or overthink. You know, that's the one thing I tell everybody, you know, when they ask me questions about certain things that I do, and if they show like, oh, I can't do that, or how do I do that, or, you know, I'm stuck or whatever, I always say don't overthink. But what do I usually do? I usually overthink. I tend to do that. Okay, so the first thing I have to do is to glue this down. Let me make sure I have it on the right side, which I don't. So I have to turn that around. And I'm going to put that right there. Because this part's, most of it's going to be hidden, so it doesn't matter that it's not underneath. All right, so let's glue that down good, because that's never coming off unless you do what I showed you to do. And reheat the glue and pull. Hopefully nobody will want to do that. Okay, there. All right. So, okay, the next thing is these two doilies. So that's going to go there. And that's going to fit in. So I don't mind that showing. If it does after I put the flowers on. I really don't. I think that looks fine. All right, so let's put a little here. just to glue it down. And then this one, a little here. We're supposed to get rain tomorrow. And I mean, the skies look like it could rain today, but I don't know if it will. Just maybe gray skies all day. Okay, so next I'm going to set that right there. But I'm going to take this, and after it's done, I'll take my flat iron and I'll just iron this out so it's straight and not curved in like that. So I want part of the flowers to go under there, but I want this to hang over here. So that's going to go right there. All right, so I'm just going to do the middle of these flowers. So if you watched all of the videos, I hope you enjoy the series, and if anyone hasn't tried making a doily book, I hope after you see the start to finish of one that you give it a try. And if you do, please let me know so I can see what you've done. Okay, so this is going to go here. Okay, and then last is the butterfly. So the butterfly is going to go on top, but I want it to be down here a little more, I think. Right, actually I'll put it right in the middle of this doily right here. So that's going to go right there. Right, so I'm just going to put a little bit of glue to get the butterfly in there. Okay, and there's the last. Now I am going to do one thing, and I have to get up to get it. So I do apologize, but I'll be right back. Sorry for the noise. One of these days I'm going to get organized. I'm just trying to decide here. I think this is going to work. Okay. So because it's all one pink, I do want to put something in the middle, and I think I'm going to put that right there. It's just beautiful. So let's put some glue on there, and then you just want to pinch it as hard as you can. There. Okay. All right, hold on another second. See, this is what happens when you're not quite sure what you're going to do. You end up having to get up and the two flowers need something. I don't even know if you can hear me talking. Alright, this is really all I have. So hopefully these aren't too big, but we'll see. Because they kind of match. Right, so that there and that there. Alright, but they have, say this is the thing, they have these circles, and those, I don't think those are coming off. Alright, let me just check with my Tim Holtz scissors, see if I can, well, maybe I can. Okay, yeah. Alright, let's see if I can get the other side. I know I'm not doing this on camera, but I don't want it to hit my laptop. Alright, so I got that one flat. Now let's see, what did I do with the other one? Okay, that's over here. This one. This may take a minute. Okay. Alright, so okay, now I just have to do the other side. Ooh. Okay, that worked. They're gone. Alright, so I actually don't think this is too much because anything Victorian was supposed to be ornate and, you know, all that jazz. So it may seem like much to some, but that's kind of me too. I tend to go over the top. Oh, let me put my, and look, nothing happened to my Timmy scissors. Which I'm thankful for. Okay, now let me just really, okay. All right, so there's that. I love how that came out. I really do. So, okay, so let's get the whole book together. And I don't know if this is going to work. Let's see. I'm going to put those there for a minute so that you can kind of see that when you sit it on top of something and lay it flat, you're going to see all these layers. And there's just, it's just tons of layers. Okay. That was the closest thing I had. All right, so now I'm going to put the book together. Let's see, we're at 24 minutes. That's not bad at all for the last video. Okay, so here, let me put it together and then I will show you the book. I probably don't really even need to do like a flip through because this will be the flip through. Okay, so the pages are where I want them to go so that when they open up correctly. So now I'm going to take it to the side and I'm going to use seam binding to bind it together. That's what I usually do. And let me just cut this really. This will make it easier to put together. Okay, so now what I do is I take each page and I try to go for the middle if I can. which I should be able to do here. Okay, there it is. So I don't know if you're going to be able to see this very well, and especially with my fingers, but I'm going to try. So see how each doily has the hole there, and then underneath has that hole. So what you want to do is put it through. Let me get my little something to poke it through, because my fingers aren't going to work. Poke that through. I hate doing this on video because of my fingers, but it's the only way I can show you how to do it. Let's see if I can get it through. My fingers just don't like cooperating. There. Okay, so there's, went through one. See that? Okay, now I'm going to put it through the next one. All right. And I just leave it long. I don't cut it until I'm done, and then I know I've had enough. Okay. So then this one, here's the middle here. And this is where it's going to get kind of awkward, only because it's going to be hard to show you. But here's, so you pull it through, and then you do the same for the rest of the pages. So here's one hole there. All right, I really have to be patient here. There we go. And then here's the second hole. Okay. All right, now I want to lift up the third, make sure that's still where it needs to be, and it is. And so I have to go underneath this applique here, and you see the two holes? I can fit it through both at once. It'll fit through perfectly. Okay, so pull some more out, and then the last one. I just need to see where about the center is, which is right about here. And I may end up having to take one or two out if what looks like the center really isn't. They're not gonna. Okay. All right. So they're together now, so I'm gonna flip it back around again. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold on, and I'm going to open it up and make sure that they're where I want them to be. Okay, looks good to me. Okay. All right, so let's go back to the side again. All right, so then what I do is I do a simple knot once, and I pull it tight like that. And then I do one more, pull it tight, and then I usually add a piece of jewelry, and I have this beautiful cameo flat back. I don't know if I'm going to get it through that, so let's see if I can. Let me cut the edge off again, so it's crisp, and see if I can get it through. All right, I have to take my glasses off for this. Actually, I think I'm going to turn it into almost like a piece of thread. Put that through. Come on. There. Okay, I did it. All right. Excuse me. All right, so then I'm just going to move this up to the knot, and then I'm going to knot it again just once. If the person that gets it doesn't want it, or they want to use it as a piece of jewelry, they can take it off. And then I'm just going to do a simple bow like that. Okay. All right, so I'm going to cut the end off one more time, and then the other end. Make that a little bit longer. Okay. All right, and then there it is. So you have the piece of jewelry, the cameo on the side here, and it's tied with the seam binding. It's very light pink. I don't know if the colors came out because I do have a light on, but it's so gray outside. I just never know if the colors are going to show true on the video. I hope they do. So anyways, whoa, it's pretty bulky. So here are all the dangles. I just love doing this. I can't even tell you. I just love the look of it. Okay, so here's the front cover. And I said I'd go back at the end, and if I wanted to do any more embellishing, I really don't. I think this is perfect the way, well, not perfect, but you know what I mean. I think it's fine the way it is, and I don't want to overdo. So there's the next 2 pages, and here's the pocket, and here's this image here. Just love the colors in that. Okay, and then you flip it to the next 2 pages. Here's the middle 2 pages, and I love these pages too. Let me show you. This one's all white basically, and then this one just has a little bit of cream and peach. And then the last 2 pages, love this page too. I just think she's just so pretty with the golds. And then here's the last pocket page here. So there really, whoops, the flower. Okay. So there really isn't anything more I want to do to these pages. And there's the back page, the back cover rather. I'm just really happy with this one. I mean, I'm happy with all the ones I do, but some, you just love more than others. And I've come to realize I just really love this one. It's been so long since I've made one, of this type and this ornate and with so much on each page. So that's it. That's the end of my doily book series. My how-to, or how I. So, as I said, I hope you enjoyed it if you watched from the start to finish. I think this is number 6, so that's not too bad. So if you have any questions, please leave them, in the comments, and I'll answer them. I do read every single comment. Some I give them a heart. Some I feel the need to, respond with another comment. But I do read every single comment on my videos. And sometimes just time gets away from you, and you forget to respond. But I do read each comment. And if you feel inclined, I would love it if you could give my video a thumbs up. If you're just watching for the first time, if you like what I do, that you'll subscribe, because this winter I have a feeling is going to be a much more closed-in winter, and I'll be doing a lot more crafting, hopefully. So that means more videos. And if you have anything you'd like me to see me make, just leave it in the comments, and I will try to accommodate anybody that does have a request. So, having said all that, I think I'm going to say goodbye so I don't just keep. It's so hard for me to end a video. I don't know why. So I'm just going to say bye for now. Thank you, everyone, so much.